81 shots, and they've not... Because we had a conversation about Mbappe and obviously Dembele not being there tonight, and the difference. So much of this team was relying on the brilliance of Kylian Mbappe. Now we're seeing... They're still creating chances, because if you're taking 81 shots, but there's no killer instinct in front of goal at this moment in time.
You have to... I'm going to play the devil's advocate. Some of those shots were also when Mbappe was in the squad. So they didn't score since, you know, when he was there. They scored against Girona, but we all know that it was an own goal. We're talking about them, a Paris Saint-Germain player, scoring in the Champions League. So it happened when Mbappe was there, and it's still happening now. I still think it's a different ball game when you do have a Verratti, when you have Dembele could have been there, but he was punished. You don't have, we talked about it, obviously Mbappe in the squad, or Dembele, obviously, as we mentioned, as he was out. But the team is well balanced. They had the ball. They had a lot of possession. That's about it. That wasn't enough. You don't have that match winner, that game winner that you had in the past. Yes, the team is a bit more well balanced. You can see that there is an idea when they approach the other team. They know what they need to do, but in and around the box, apart from Barcola tonight that was trying to do something, we didn't see much. But again, you left Dembele at home for a reason that we have to respect. But they would have helped tonight, for sure.
I mean, PSG are a top European side, right? Do you consider this a statement win for Arsenal in that sense?
I think in terms of the name of the club and where the players that they've had in the past, I think when you're looking at the team 11 v 11, it's still a good win, but I still think, and credit to Arsenal for this, I think when you think Arsenal are at home to PSG, I think very few people would think PSG go there and win right now. And that's probably, it's not criticising PSG, I think that's more sort of giving, what do people say now, flowers?
Flowers.
Flowers.
Correct, yeah.
Arsenal, you can have my flowers.
I'll say one more thing. Like, I think that for me, it's as you said, it's normal right now that Arsenal beats Paris Saint-Germain at home, especially that Paris Saint-Germain side, with no disrespect to Paris Saint-Germain. I want to win like that away from home against Paris Saint-Germain or whoever's going to come your way. Go at
Does it happen like that though with the new setup, does it?
Go at Inter and win strong. Like, be strong defensively, no shot on target against Porto, 2 against I don't know who, and 3. I want that type of win away from home. Then I can talk about and be loud as an Arsenal fan saying, hey, we can win in Europe.
Hey,
we didn't.
Hey.
We can win.
I didn't.
That was loud.
No, listen, I didn't win with Arsenal also in Europe. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying to you, a proper statement win is do that away from home.
We talked about this new Champions League format giving us more competitive games, right? But we've had, or what we've seen, I think, across the first 2 match days is big wins for some big teams. Is it not playing out quite the way we expected it to, or how do you feel about that? Do you take anything from that?
No, listen, I think we'd have probably still got them in the group games, because I think that what we're talking about is Bayern Munich, obviously winning 9. Celtic, over the last few years, when they've played top teams, have had really big defeats. I think Brendan Rodgers said before the game to Peter Schmeichel, basically, they're going to play a few teams at their own level. Now, Bratislava may have been classed as their level. They ended up beating them, I think, 5-1 last week. But it just, I think, for the smaller teams, give them a chance to win a game or two. Celtic are proof of that. They've been on the wrong side of it this week, but over the next sort of 5 or 6 weeks, I'm sure Celtic will be feeling, can we get another win or 2 on the board and maybe give us a fighting chance to stay into the qualifying rounds?
Yeah, I just think more goals is more exciting, isn't it? I think we always said we're going to get bigger games, but I think what they was trying to do, UEFA, is make it more exciting for the smaller teams. Sometimes you're going to get battered. That's just the way it goes. But like we see with Celtic, they got a big win as well, so... No complaints from me, Kate.
I think we had 3 or 4 games tonight that were like games that you're coming into really looking for. So Arsenal, PSG, Bayer Leverkusen, AC Milan. Listen, we thought sort of Celtic, Borussia Dortmund, the atmosphere, you never walk alone before the game. And I think there was one other, if I missed one here, I'm trying to think of, is there another one in there? But what I'm saying is I think in the group stages, very rarely did you get a sort of match-up like that. You might get the odd one in the odd group where there was maybe 2 really good teams in there. So I think we are getting better games at this stage.
Luis Enrique, can you put into words how you're feeling after your team's performance tonight?
Well, to be honest, it's a sad feeling, of course. because we knew the standards of that game, that kind of matches against those kind of teams, and I think we couldn't get the minimum of those standards. We lost almost every single duel, and they pressed us high from the first minute, and we couldn't overcome that kind of pressure. Okay, we need to go on and think about the next match.
As you can imagine, a lot of smiles around the Emirates Stadium this evening. It felt like an emphatic win, especially at the break, because Arsenal fans had seen them do this against Leicester at the weekend, but then it changed in the second half. This time, they managed to see out the game. So it almost feels like the side is looking more confident.
Did you get the impression that the team feel like it's a statement win against the team with the name of PSG?
Definitely. I feel like going into this game, although Arsenal were favourites on paper, given their performances across all competitions, PSG just, I guess, what that club really has in Europe. And, you know, the fact that they've had all these stars there over the years, it still carries weight. But Arsenal did an incredible job, like I said, from start to finish. And I think the real test was seeing it out in that second 45 minutes.
Can I ask what the atmosphere was like, Anita? Was it good?
The PSG fans brought it. I'll tell you, from start to finish, those ultras made their voices heard. But the Arsenal fans also were here, loud in voice, and they were really happy to see Mikel Merino come on. Of course, that summer signing who'd been out with a shoulder injury shortly after signing. So when he came on for Thomas Partey, everyone was up off their seats just applauding him. So good signs, I guess, especially if Mikel Arteta is able to have that deeper squad going into all these competitions.
Anita, Bukayo Saka said he feels like this is Arsenal's year for the title. You're a big Arsenal fan, aren't you? Is this going to be the year? I'm trying to build up this pressure on you.
Yeah, you're putting pressure on me, aren't you, Jamie? Is it the year for Liverpool?
Well, we've already done it, haven't we? A couple of years ago, Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, you have done it. But I guess given what Arsenal have done in the last couple of years, coming so close in the league, you feel with the additions in the transfer window, why not? Why not? Why can't they do it? And the maturity here, like I said, the fact that even being 2-2 at the weekend against Leicester, but managed to get those winners over the line in added time just shows what they can do. But I feel like the real test for all of us Arsenal fans will be that Inter-away game in Matchday 4. If they can do it away from home, a performance like what we saw this evening, then why can't they do it?
I think you're good with pressure, aren't you?
Am I? I'm sweating here. The light's got me sweating.
Well, with the size of them earrings, for sure.
We already established last season I got big ears, but Jamie's got bigger ears than me, you know, so they can handle the pressure of the big ears.
Anita, thank you so much. It was good to see you.
See you later, Anita.
Nice guys, see you.
Have a good one. We just got a few seconds left. You are looking forward to tomorrow, you said in the break. Good games coming up.
Yeah, there is. I think Aston Villa tomorrow, Bayern Munich, a long wait. For Aston Villa to play at this level. That is another former European Cup final, famous night in Villa's history from the early 80s.
Now you're scrambling for your phone. What other fixtures are there? I'm doing the same thing.
No, Benfica, Atletico Madrid,
Yep.
Liverpool, Liverpool 6-time winners, Bologna.
Yeah, some good ones in there. All right, everybody.
One. No sign of Man United.
Everybody. Have a good one. Good night. See you later.
Man United. Goodbye.